Most people won't admit that selling digital products and making loads of money online is actually only easy if you understand how to promote your product. Because if you don't, you'll probably find yourself posting every day on Instagram or trying to post 3 to 5 times a day on TikTok and getting absolutely nowhere. You're going to feel burned out. You're going to feel overwhelmed. You're going to feel like you want to give up. How do I know that? Because I felt those exact things until I found Pinterest, and it absolutely changed the game when it came to marketing my digital products. Why? Because Pinterest isn't actually a social media platform. It is a search platform, which makes it really easy to get your pins in front of people and actually get them clicking through onto your product pages, because all you have to do is include the right keywords, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that in this video. Now, you might be thinking Pinterest is just a place that I go to save pretty pictures or to do my vision board, and I would say it's so much more than that, and it's actually a secret weapon that a lot of people are not talking about online and certainly aren't giving you for free. So in this free course today, I'm going to show you not only how to create pins, but how to schedule them and how to actually get Pinterest monetized so it can start working for you and driving sales even when you're asleep and on autopilot. Now, like I say, this is info that is usually kept inside big dollar courses. So all I ask for you is to like this video and drop me a comment and let me know, are you excited for this, and have you considered using Pinterest before to drive traffic to your digital products? My promise to you is that by the end of this video, you will understand exactly how to market your digital product on Pinterest. So let's get into it. Hi friends, I'm Rochelle. I'm a 6-figure digital product coach and mentor, and I help you start your own digital product businesses with the help of AI. So let's get straight into this. I don't want to dilly-dally around. The first thing you need to know is that you need to set up a Pinterest business account. If you don't already have one, they're completely free, and if you have a personal account, you can easily switch it over to a business account. The reason you want to do this is so that you can see all of your analytics and all of your insights, and Pinterest are really good for analytics, okay? There's a video in my description box that shows you how to set this up. It's incredibly straightforward. So we are going to jump into the first part of the video, which is understanding how to find your keywords and how to optimize your Pinterest profile. So let's jump into Pinterest. So our first step is to jump inside the Pinterest platform and start finding the keywords that we're going to use to not only optimize our content, but also optimize our bio and profile name too. Now, you'll see from my Pinterest right at the top, you'll see my name here. My name is Rochelle, digital product coach, digital marketing and AI tips. So you'll see how many keywords I've just got inside my Pinterest name: digital marketing, AI tips, digital products, which means that when people search Pinterest, there's more of a chance of me coming up in the search results. Now, for this example, I'm actually not going to use my niche at all, because I feel like there is a misconception that this only works for the make money online or wealth niche, and that is actually not the case. Pinterest actually works really, really well for a variety of niches, but especially those that are aligned with female audiences. So I'm going to use one of my student niches, which is all about natural hairstyles. She sells ebooks and mini courses helping women look after their natural curly and coily and kinky hair, right? So this is the example that we're going to use today, and you'll see that my Pinterest is already full of this content because I have recorded this video more than once, right? So the first step that you're going to do is to type your niche inside the search bar so that you can get your keywords. So the first thing I would type in is like natural hairstyles, right? For my example, if I'm selling natural hair related digital products, and you'll see all of these keywords that are populating inside the Pinterest search bar. These are all of the keywords that you need to incorporate inside your bio, inside your board names, in your Pinterest content, and your pin profile name, okay? So once you click on any one of these keywords, Pinterest is actually going to give you more keyword options along the top. So here where it says short, easy, 4C, quick, silk press, 4C, short, blah, blah, blah. These are all keywords that Pinterest are giving you. And you'll see that when you click on any of them, your search bar keyword changes, right? And so this is a really easy way to know exactly what keywords you should be including inside your content. Another great way, and I discovered this recently, is a free extension called Keywords Everywhere, okay? It's a Chrome extension, and this will also give you insights into the keywords that you can be using for your Pinterest content, as well as some insights on how each of those pins and keywords are performing. Now, it only has a limited number of free searches. I think it's 5 per day, but it's still really useful to have. Now, once you've conducted all of your research, you need a place to actually store your keywords, because you're going to need them later in this tutorial and generally throughout your Pinterest marketing journey, okay? And so inside your starter kit below, I've actually given you my template that I use to track all of my keywords. So in here, I will put my keywords, I will put the content pillar that they relate to. So if you have lots of different types of content that you like to talk about, or you don't like to stick to necessarily one specific topic, you can have keywords for different topics. So for this, I might have some for natural hair, I might have some for hair styling, I might have some for maybe natural beauty. So, you know, different content pillars, different keywords. And then you can also find out the search volume, and then you can also get these keywords from different places. So a more advanced technique would be to use a paid tool like Key Search or Ping Clicks to find out which of the keywords has the most volume. But you don't need to worry about that until you are kind of a little bit more settled in your Pinterest journey. The most important part at this point is that you are writing down or typing out, copy and pasting, whatever you want to call it, all of your keywords into one place, because we're going to need it for content, and that's what we are coming on to next. Okay, now that we have our keywords, it's time to start pinning. And I have made this process so much easier by building a custom Pinterest GPT for you. This is trained on all of my Pinterest knowledge, all of my experience, all of my examples, and so it's going to help you create actual good Pinterest content very, very quickly. I can't tell you how much content I see on Pinterest that's just been created with a standard ChatGPT and is quite AI generated, and just content that just doesn't sound good, right? So this completely negates all of that. You're going to have all of the best content at your fingertips in this GPT. It does two things. Today we are going to be creating pins, but it also helps you set up and optimize your pin profile, okay? So it kills two birds with one stone, basically. So the first thing you'll do is click on this, and it's actually going to ask you a few questions. Now, what I will do actually is I will go back to the example that I did, just so you can see how I answered those questions and how you can answer them to get the best possible results. It basically asks, who's my ideal customer? What tone of voice are we going for? Can I upload any inspo pins or any content that I have? And the reason why it wants this is because it wants to create content that sounds like you, not like ChatGPT or not like a robot. So you can give it some examples. And if you don't have any content yet, if you're just beginning, don't worry, I've got something to show you to help you out here. And then it also asks, how many pins are we creating? So let me show you what I responded with. I said, my audience are Black ethnic women who want to grow their hair. Again, we are in this example, this is not my niche, but this is a student niche. So her audience are Black ethnic women that want to grow their natural curly hair and keep it healthy. The tone I want is uplifting, it's knowledgeable. And because I'm a newbie and I don't have any of my own content yet, I actually attached an inspirational blog post that I found, and I actually found it on Pinterest. So this is the blog article that I found. It's all about natural hair, and I thought, okay, this looks like the type of content that I would love my pins to sound like. So what I then went back to Pin Perfection and said is, here's some inspirational blog content. Do not copy it. This is really important. Do not copy it. We're not here to copy other people's work, but we want to mirror the vibe. Okay, so that's really important. And then I told it that we are creating 6 pins just for this example. Usually I would create anywhere between 30 and 50 pins in one go because it is super easy. I've then just pasted in my blog post, just pasted in the full blog post of the example. Okay, so that was really quick to do. And after that, ChatGPT asked me a few more questions. So it asked me what is my main keyword, it asked me what is my supporting keyword, and where do I want to link to. So this is where we come back to the keyword library, and it's so important because you've already done that keyword research. You know what your keywords are, and so you're literally going to copy from this and paste into the GPT. Now you might be thinking, how do I decide which one is my primary keyword? You simply choose the one that either you feel fits your products best or that you see most on the Pinterest platform, and you'll know when you're looking around and you're searching in the search bar, you'll see the keywords that keep coming up, right? So for me, I decided that natural hairstyles was going to be my primary keyword, and then I just copied 3 to 5 random other ones that I liked or that I think were relevant for the pins that I want to create. Okay, so we went back here. So this is what I put in. I said my primary keyword is natural hairstyles, secondary is these things here, and here is the link that I want to go through to. Now this is an example. I don't actually have any content for this niche because it's not my niche. So if you are just starting out, I really recommend that you link to your lead magnet, aka your freebie, your product pages. If you have blog posts, please link to those. Those work really, really well with Pinterest. And actually in the starter kit, I've given you some AI prompts to create blog posts like super quickly. Within like less than an hour, you can have 3 or 4 blog posts. And the key is to make sure on that blog post there is a link back to your product. So basically you are just helping people to get more information from the blog post and then go to your product. You can also do this with affiliates as well. So you can create a blog post about your affiliate content, and then you can link back to your affiliate content. And then the last one that you can also link to is other social media accounts. So I first started using Pinterest to grow my YouTube. Well, no, I was using Pinterest before that, but I've started using Pinterest to grow my YouTube. So I create pins and then I just link them straight to my YouTube videos, and that helps me to increase my views and my subscribers. Okay, so this is what I put in. The link, I just put the blog post because this is just an example, and you'll see what ChatGPT created. It created this beautiful table which included your pin title, your pin description, your alt text, all of your keywords, the text that you're actually going to put on your actual pins. So this is the text that you'll put on your pins that we'll create in just a minute, and as well as the URL that I gave it. Like, that is amazing. And usually it would take a lot of admin and a lot of copy and pasting to get to a really workable format like this. So this is what you'll get inside my custom GPT. Okay, so the next step is to take all of this information and create some pins. So let's do this together inside Canva. The first step though is to copy all of this and put it in your template. So you'll see you've got another tab in your template where you can put all of your pin content. Okay, so you can paste everything in so you've got it nice and clean all in one place, and then you're going to go to Canva and create the pins. So let me show you how that looks. Okay, so now we are inside Canva. As part of your kit, I give you my 15 best Pinterest templates. Okay, so these are all the templates, and I literally reuse the same templates. I just change the images, change the writing. Sometimes I might change some colors, but I reuse the same templates over and over again, and that works for me, and it's super quick, right? So you can do the same thing. And these are my actual templates. Like when we go into my scheduling tool later, you're going to see that I'm actually using these templates because I want you to have the very best templates so that you can get more clicks, right? So you start with this as a base. So I've already created those 6 pins in this version. Okay, so you'll see I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you'll see the copy on the pins is literally what I got from ChatGPT. So this on-screen text, this is what I've put on my pins, right? So this one says this stage is just the beginning, which is like a short afro, and then you'll say this stage is just the beginning. So I've just copied all of this text and put it onto the 6 pins that I've created here. So this is one, embrace your natural crown. The second one, low effort impact styles. And all I did is use photos from Canva. So let me show you. I searched natural hair, black woman. I clicked see all, and then I just dragged and dropped photos. Like, it's that easy. And that's all you have to do. You can create your own photos with AI, or you can use your own photography. And that is really how quick a pin should be. All you need is some good scroll stopping, juicy on-screen text, and where you can, tell them what they're going to get when they click on it. So this one might go to a free guide, or you might put read full article, or you might say special offer pricing if you're going through to a product. Okay, so this part in Canva is probably the most time consuming. Even though you have the templates, it is just drag and drop, but it depends how pretty you want them to be. And I like my pins to be pretty. These 6 pins probably took me about 5 minutes to do. Okay, and so now we are going to share. We're going to download the pins that I created. I only created 6. I'm going to go 1 to 6. I'm going to have them as JPEG, and then I'm going to click download. And now we're going to go into the scheduling tool that I like to use called Tailwind, and this is going to auto schedule all of our pins, auto publish, so we only have to do it once, and your pins will be going out automatically every single day. Like while you sleep, while you're out enjoying yourself, Tailwind will be pushing out your pins and getting you traffic to your sales page. So let's jump into Tailwind to schedule these pins. Okay, so now we are inside Tailwind, and there may look like a lot going on, but I promise you it's simpler than it looks. So along the left side here, you're going to get all of the features that Tailwind has, and for this tutorial you only need to worry about the pin scheduler at the moment. That's all you're using, and you'll see that these are all the pins that I have ready scheduled to go out. And these are all of my own pins, and you can see, right, I'm using those templates. Like, I didn't give you those templates for no reason. I'm using them because they work. Now, these are all of the pins for my niche. The ones that we are using for this example are here. And to get them inside Tailwind, all I did is I clicked upload pin. Then I opened all of the pins. I clicked upload. And then I bulk edited, right? Because all of these pins are going through to the same URL. If they're going through to different URLs, obviously do it individually. But I can select to begin bulk editing, create pins. And then here, I can click bulk edit again, and this is where I can put in my URL. So the URL that I want them to go to, obviously this is already in my sheet. And this is the joy of having everything really organized, because it's literally just copy and paste. And in time, I really would love you to give this job to a VA. Like, you just create that sheet and your VA or your assistant goes, creates your pins and uploads them. Like, it's super easy way to get traffic and to your digital products without you having to do too much. So you paste in your URL, and then you can also set the boards that you want to go to. Now, your pin boards are part of your setup process. Check out the video below, check out the starter kit, because you're also going to get the GPT to help you set up all of your boards. Your boards are essentially like, think of it as like a saved album where all of your different pins that are related to each other are saved. Okay, so that's like a board, and you can pin your pin to 3 boards. So usually you start with 5 to 7 boards, and then you can pin one pin to different boards. So you can have one pin in different albums, right? And this basically turns that one pin into 3 pins. So your Pinterest content is always multiplying. And this is another reason why I love Pinterest and why it just doesn't have burnout. It just doesn't have burnout like the other platforms, because you don't have to create as much and you can repurpose it over and over. So you would click on up to 3 boards. I usually keep it at 3. I don't like to do too much. And then this does it for all of the pins, right? And then all you would need to do is go in and copy in your pin title and your pin description. So let's do it together. So we are literally just going to copy in . Okay, done. So I've copied in all of my titles, all of my descriptions. That was a time lapse, but it was really quick. And you've got all of your URLs, and you've got all of your boards. Okay, so that is all done. So now you can just click every single one that you're ready to schedule, whatever they are, as many as you like, and then click schedule. I'm obviously not going to do that because they are just examples, but as soon as you click schedule, they will go over here into your scheduler, and Pinterest will basically decide when's the best time to put them out, when's the best day, how many to put out on each day. Like Tailwind, does all of that inside Pinterest for you. All you have to do is click schedule. Now, while we're in Tailwind, I want to show you a second feature that it has that honestly is a lifesaver. So if you don't want to be creating pins in Canva all the time, you can actually easily create pins using AI in Tailwind. Now, two things I need you to know about this. You're going to ask me, well, why would I spend time creating in Canva if I can just do it in Tailwind? One, because the Tailwind ones don't look as nice and unique as the Canva ones, which you're going to see in a minute. And two, they do a different job. The Tailwind ones are really about volume, because with Pinterest, the more times that you can post your pins out there, the more SEO, your improvement you'll see, and the more people that will click, right? But it's not like TikTok where you have to just post and post and post and post. Like I say, you can repurpose your content so easily, and you can use platforms like Tailwind Design. It used to be Tailwind Creates, now called Tailwind Design. So now let's have a look at this. If you click on the design tab, and it's literally asking you for images. So if you've got your own images, please put these in because it makes it more unique. But these images I just found online. Actually, these are stock images. So if you click stock image, and then I typed in black woman hair. Black woman hair, could be anything, right? But it's going to find some images, and it's going to make all of these amazing pins for you. So I already put 2 images in, so I might just put another 2 that are very similar. And what you'll see is that these pins now are going to start populating. It's a little bit slow, but you'll see they're going to start populating. Actually, some of them have 5. So let's put in one more. Okay. And then for the text, I've put in the text. Again, this was based on the document that we did. So I just used this title. You can use any of the titles. Actually, you should work your way through and basically use all of them so you can get lots of different pins. So you can update the title to this, and you'll see that it's updated on all of these pins. And then all I have to do is literally click select, select, select. That's all I have to do, and it's going to start pinning them for me. So once I decide which pins I like, I go to review designs. And so these are all the ones I selected. These are actually the same, but these are all the ones that I just randomly selected. Then you click go to schedule, and yeah, you confirm it's your Pinterest account. And from there, you can schedule them in exactly the same way that I did the Canva one. So you can see how quickly I can create pins with AI, layer that on top of your Canva strategy, and you honestly have the most powerful strategy for growth on TikTok. Now, everything I've demonstrated today is showing you ways to drive traffic to your digital products, your lead magnets, and your content. But what if you don't have a digital product or lead magnets or any other platforms that you want to grow right now? How can you use Pinterest today to start monetizing? I got you. There is a very specific affiliate Pinterest strategy that you can use to start making money on Pinterest, even if you don't have a product and even if you are starting from scratch. I have found another special weapon platform that is really going to help you make the most out of it. So you're going to want to watch this video on your screen right now and dive in. Until next time, guys. Bye.